Welcome back to the Nafisa Dango Show this very Thursday morning, and definitely an inspirational one of upliftment, empowerment, and sustainability. And each story is so phenomenal. I think it's impacted us in many directions this morning to be able to think about the spaces we're in and what we can do to overcome challenges and, of course, help others by creating support structures. And this is where we get to our next guest. On the line, I have Hello Foundation's Aslam Chicktay, and he's going to be talking to us about their initiatives that they've been doing. But just to give you a little bit insight into Hello Foundation itself, basically what has happened is they started in, should we say, the year 2020, in April, with the aim to provide meals to the less fortunate without income and food during the lockdown by facilitating initially 100 meals to kids in Sakani Township. And this quickly grew based on the plight of real poverty to now feeding over 600 meals per day in 3 locations in Gauteng. And I think this is phenomenal because the COVID-19 period has also impacted many of these townships, should we say, with 100-fold more challenges than they had previously. So let's welcome Aslam Chicktay on the line. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on the Nafisa Dango Show. We seem to be having a signal problem there. Okay. Let me just tell you a little bit about Hello Foundation while we try and get Aslam back on the line there. The Hello Foundation was created literally to be able to do outreach programs from the Hello group itself. So it goes to show that there are corporates out there that defined a very serious need. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And thank you so much for joining me.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for inviting me to the program. Okay.
It's so phenomenal. We've been having such a bumper morning with people that are uplifting and empowering. And this is where the Hello Foundation comes in as well. Talk to us about yourselves and pen us out this journey, because for me, I think it's so important for people to understand that corporates like yourself define essences in communities and dire needs and actually go out there and change people's lives for the better. So it's not just about, a financial environment. It's an environment where you go out there and create empowerment as well.
100% I agree, Nafisa. And back to your introduction with regards to the Hello Foundation, yes, we started the project up in April 2020, and yes, it was identified to serve the children. We were looking at 100 plates a day, and it's evolved very, very quickly to 600 plates a day. Since then, we have now, to date, delivered 220,000 plates of food over the 3 different sites, Tembisa, Tsakane, and and that also brought in quite a bit of entrepreneurial, and COVID came in, and this journey has just been a phenomenal one. We initially found the Tembisa Mosque, where there were a lot of children over there, and the people at the Tembisa site, Bilal Islamic Center, we saw them looking after some children for the residents and for the residents on the for the people of Tembisa. And we were taken aback. Kids, they used to drop their kids off at the mosque, give them some housing to go whilst their parents go to work. And we identified this was previously pre-COVID time. And we identified it, and we looked at it and we said, look, what can we do here to assist? And there came COVID. COVID came in, and it just became such an uproar. And this is where we saw the need fulfilled. We don't really do this. This was not part of our portfolio of actually what we do, but based on where we work and where we go, and we've seen this, and we decided, you know what, let us put something together. Let us see how we can serve the people of Tembisa and Sakani themselves. And we approached the mosque, and we got through, and we got in funding to assist. We brought in some stoves, we brought in some people there to assist there, and it just evolved and evolved and evolved. And we're now looking at 300 plates on the Tembisa side, 300 plates on the Sakani side, and it's just heartwarming. And the real heroes behind all of this is the people that's actually working and serving the people in Sakane, in Tembisa, of us. The foundation is a conduit. We have conduit to be able to empower, to give the guys the ability, and to be able to serve. And it's phenomenal, the heart that you see and the people that come through and how they take care of the people there. I, really, really great. It also then brought in a lot of, the feeding was one, we brought in the COVID, we be able to assist, and also entrepreneurial skills and sustainability. And I'll take you through that a bit. We looked at who the audience was that was coming through, and a lot of youngsters. We're talking about kids out of school. They matriculate or try to matriculate. They come out of school. They don't even have any ability to make any income. And then we took our company QMart, which is a SIM card distribution company, and we said, right, okay, let's give a free product to them, enable them, train them. We put them out there, and we enabled, and we created a bit of a job security as well for the guys in Tsakane and these sites as well. And this then brought in income for the guys, and that was also another phenomenal thing. Sustainability, I'll allude a little bit to that, where we built our vegetable garden training program at the Tsakane site. That was also second to none. People came in, not just people that were feeding, it was people that came from the community, came through there, and they were learned, they got educated, they built a fantastic vegetable garden, and that brought sustainability for all the people in Tsakane. Very, very, very well done there. For that also, with the people from Tsakane doing that.
But I think it's also playing a key role in being able to define the need, because, as we know, each township or community has their need, has different needs. It's not the same. So it's nice to see that Hello Foundation has taken that extra added initiative to be able to go out there and define the needs in those areas, and then, of course, create the support structures. But, it's nice to also see that it's not just about, giving a handout, because I always believe in one thing. It's one thing to give a handout, and it's another to create empowerment.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that. So part of what we do is we identify, we see the need, fulfill the need as best as we can in the capacity that we have, and thereafter try to get others to adopt into joining us in the programs, and then bring the sustainability programs and the entrepreneurial programs to them. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the foundation itself. It's nice to see that it comes out of the Hello Group. And,
yes,
as we know, the Hello Group is an umbrella group of many different diversions there going on, different sectors. But coming out of that, it's allowed you to create a corporate, and this is what I want other corporates to actually define and see, is that from the corporate point of view, you've created a way to be able to actually go out and reach out to those that are in dire need. And I mean, we know we're going through a third wave in the COVID-19 period. Things have gotten a whole lot worse, especially with the unrest now. People are in situations that they never anticipated themselves to be in.
Absolutely, Nafisa, I agree with you. And in fact, this just brings to mind now of yesterday, the Tembisa Mosque contacted us and said, they're struggling to actually feed more than 300 people. They're actually turning people away. And this has become, because of the unrest, a lot of people have got no shops left. They've got no jobs. And, this is now becoming quite a bit of a strain on the centers at the moment. We are trying what we can, and trying to get that right there. And hopefully, if we can get a bit more support from all the communities and so forth, and I think then we'll be able to try and service more and empower and enable more people out in the locations. Yes.
I so agree with you there, Aslam. But what I think is, paint us a picture. People need to understand the type of dire situation that these two townships are in. And I mean, they're just two of the townships throughout South Africa that are facing very serious challenges, and they always have been. And I think COVID-19 has just shed some more light on the matter. Shall we put it that way?
No, absolutely. You should. The people that actually come through are the elderly and the children. And when you see these elderly, your heart melts. I can't tell you what I feel and what we all feel when we see this. And we're trying to see what more we can do. People are suffering out there. A lot of the people sit in. They've got their homes, they've got their roofs over their head, and they don't expose themselves too much. out in the location areas. And when you get out here and you see how the people are actually suffering out there, and that's when you put your best foot forward. You try your utmost to see how is it that you can change people's lives over there. And I think that also is what the entire Hello Group is about. The entire Hello Group is built on the ability to change people's lives fundamentally in all the low income areas. And that's where we play, and that's where we've identified these areas and try to see as best as we can how to support and engage these guys a bit better.
I'm so relieved to hear that, because most of the time when people do outreach programs, I think these townships get forgotten in the process. A lot of the times, we tend to look close to home, but if we just look a little bit further, we can then define the seriousness of the situations that these people face every day. A simple thing like hygiene, water, electricity, daily amenities are not available to them. And this is where we as citizens trying to create that Ubuntu should actually get together and help through foundations like yourself to be able to make those differences.
Yes, agreed. So a lot of people
Aslam? Okay, we seem to have lost Aslam there with the bad signal once again. But when he comes back, we're going to be talking to him about the rest of the projects that they intend embarking on. But, it's phenomenal to see that how they've reached out in just these two areas, knowing that these townships are facing such serious problems. And through the COVID-19 period, it's gone a whole lot more worse, should we say. Poverty has taken over on a huge scale. And during the first 170 days of lockdown, they facilitated over 75,000 meals and now have an aim to continue and grow to provision of 250,000 meals per annum, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. Because, as we know, poverty is one thing that takes your dignity away. If you do not have a meal a day, that dignity that you have is literally gone, because you have to go out there and stretch your hands out. And this is what we're trying as South Africans out there from many different foundations, to be able to change people's lives for the better by giving them their dignity, so that we can help them in order to empower and sustain themselves in some way. And this is what the Hello Foundation is looking at. Aslam, you were back on the line. Before we lost you, we were just talking about how important it is and to empower these people, because as I was saying, due to the COVID hygiene issue, education, there's so many different things that we're finding that these people in the particular areas are facing.
Yes, absolutely. They're having a very, very rough time. I mean, the income that they get in their homes when they have jobs is very little. It's very small. And, once it's also taken away, what then? The kids have no safety. They themselves don't have any safety. And I'm not sure if everybody has heard me in my previous discussion. There was, I've seen some of the people that come through to the centers, and they'll come through with their blankets. They're holding blankets, and this is all that they have. They sleep in cardboard boxes in these areas, and for them to just get this one hot meal for the day is keeping them healthy, and they're getting nutrition, right? And I don't think anybody, if people don't actually see this for what it is, they can't conceptualize it. It's a very difficult thing to conceptualize. Not the easiest thing to absorb. It's not really always the nicest things, but these are real people out there. These are real people, and these are the people of South Africa. That doesn't matter which nationality they come from, or are they South Africans? Are they from any other country? It's beside the point. What religion doesn't matter. It has no difference here. These are just yes. This is just to be able give.
It's all in the name of humanity. That's what it's about. It's about being able to uplift the next person, irrespective of color, creed, or where they come from. But it's also having to realize that there are people that are in way worse situations that we're in. And why not reach out to those particular people? Let's talk a little bit about Tembisa, because there's something phenomenal that's going to be happening between Hello Foundation and ourselves, of course, hopefully during the course of next week. I think we've defined the need through yourselves and ourselves, and you spoke about the elderly.
Yes.
There's a major, should we say, gap as far as that is concerned, where the elderly in that area are being neglected on a very huge basis. Obviously, understanding the situation, because I mean, as you know, the young people are going out trying to be able to sustain the homes where they come back, and the elderly are being left alone the entire day. Where speaking to some of them, realizing they haven't bathed for the day, they haven't been fed, they haven't been looked after. And I'm sure that's something your foundation has recognized and realized, acknowledged that there is a gap there, and then something needs to be done about it as well.
Yes, agreed, 100%. Yes, we do. We have identified these gaps, and we can only do step by step with regards to filling the need up and what is the most highest priority of need. And the highest priority of need, obviously, being the feeding scheme. And then it is the sustainability. How do you actually get them to learn a trade that they can then take themselves through and empower themselves and start creating some income for themselves out there? And that's where the entrepreneurial program came through. That's where the vegetable garden training program came through as well. And this has taken people to different heights out there. In Tsakane, there was a challenge with regards to the feeding and so forth, in the queues and people coming through. And this program here brought the people so together, right? And they've recognized and they challenged the police, and they challenged the government there to say, you know what, let us engage with the guys, let us engage with this team. They are doing a great job. And we've seen the community building so well together there, and especially in the Tsakane and in the Tembisa areas. Yeah, but there's multiple. There's multiple gaps in these areas, right? And one is to be able to also create the job creation, creating trade, right? Enable people to be trained on certain types of trade work, right? So you can empower them better. And this is where we want to try and also allude to a little bit better and get further on, right? And it comes in with partnerships, not just with the Hello Foundation and the Hello Group itself, but also from other corporate identities that would like to maybe engage with us to go into a further stream and see what they can bring into these communities.
Okay, now that you're talking about that, let's reveal that little secret that you and I have. I'm very excited about it, and so is the team here at Salam Media. So Salam Media and Hello Foundation, and of course the Fakir family, have teamed up because a few weeks on my show ago, I had a lady from Tembisa by the name of Sindiswa. And as you know, Sindiswa is the lady that has gone the extra mile. She does not earn an income, lives off a social grant from her kids' social grant. That's how she feeds herself every day. And said that God has given her the purpose to look after the elderly in the area. And this is what she's doing every single day. And I think what got our hearts out there was the fact that she had to piggyback, these poor grannies to the clinic. And then the second issue she had was communication, because she has this very old cell phone that doesn't seem to work all the time. And unfortunately, due to that, one of the grannies that she looked after passed away. So she was rather gutted with that situation. And I think so were we, because we felt helpless from the point of view where we couldn't reach out in some way. And this is where Hello Foundation so selflessly decided to join Salam Media to embark on this journey and help, of course, empower Sindiswa in some way by offering her a brand new cell phone.
Yes,
so let's
correct.
Talk about that.
Yeah, so we've seen the need there, yes, and definitely we've purchased a device for be able to empower her to get that communication problem now sorted out. The need, fulfill it as best as we can, 100%.
We can't explain our gratitude more than I mean, I have no words to explain the gratitude that we have for the Hello Foundation and the Fakir family for donating the wheelchair to us, to be able to actually go out and give Sindiswa just some of these tools that are going to make her life easier, to be able to look after those grannies a little bit more efficiently. But as we know, it's a bigger program than that, because she wants to embark on opening up an an old age home at some point, because it's very difficult for her, due to only living off a social grant, to commute from one place to the other, because all the grannies are not, of course, in one spot as such. So we want to really, from our side, extend our extreme gratitude just for supplying, her with that cell phone. I think it's going to go a long way as far as communication is concerned, to be able to be more efficient for her to reach out to those grannies and help them in many directions. Because as we know, some of them are rather old, and they don't even get as much as access to food every single day. So the Hella Foundation has come aboard to be able to help us with that. So we want to say thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. On behalf of pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Okay, we're going to go for a quick break, and we'll be back with you in a minute.
In Yemen, the eyes of the needy speak volumes with just one glare. We know what it's like to be at ground zero, with food essentials, clothing and blankets, fresh water portal trucks, and even on-site navigators. We use every cent to better their tomorrow. Become part of our journey to bring relief to all. Go to www.ashrafulaid.org or call us on 011 809 8181. Ashraful Aid, under the auspices of Maulana Suhail Wadi.
What makes Randery Jewelers the optimum place for your memorable gift? Is it our range of exclusive, high-end, luxurious jewellery? Or is it our master craftsmanship of all your bespoke jewellery needs? We believe it's because at Randery Jewelers, we know just how to make your special moments last forever. Whether it's for a wedding, anniversary, or just a simple gift to show your love, trust Randery Jewelers to make it special. www.randeryjewelers.com. Make your moments last forever with Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Duzimed Medicine Depot Retail Pharmacy and Emergency Medical Depot. Conveniently situated in the Duzimed Medical Center, Corner Burger and Bosser Street, Pietermaritzburg. We provide safe, affordable and convenient medical facilities. Open till 10 p.m. every day of the year. We have a full house clinic that operates from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., which is run by a qualified sister. The clinic offers immunization, vaccination, wellness, general consultation, and more. Call Duzimed Medicine Depot on 033 3421 Duzimed Medicine Depot, your pharmacy of choice.
A strip of land with over 2 million people blockaded for 13 years. Healthcare is on its knees, food is scarce, and water is inadequate. COVID has wreaked havoc in the lives of the people of Gaza. 53% of the population live below the poverty line. 80% of Gaza relies on external aid to survive, and 20,000 children are now orphans. The future is bleak. Please, don't forget Gaza. Donate now to Islamic Relief.
These days, I'm more health conscious than ever. So tonight, it's stir fry for dinner, cooked in healthy Helios pure sunflower cooking oil. Helios is pure sunflower goodness, packed with omega-6. That's good for your heart, and is approved as part of the Heart and Stroke Foundation eating plan.
Dinner's ready!
Helios, pure sunflower cooking oil. A healthy family is a happy one.
Because of you, thousands of needy families received food aid.
Because of
of you, 2,000 pairs of school shoes made their way to deserving feet. Because of you, we provided access to clean water in South Africa and Asia. Because of you, we fed over 100,000 people. Because of you, we can continue to assist people in need and make the world a better place. Thank you. Thank you.
Your donation is saving lives. www.pennyappeal.org.za. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media. Humanitarian journalism.
Welcome back, and we're in conversation with Aslam Chicktay from the Hello Foundation. Welcome back to the show. Aslam, there's something that I wanted to actually dedicate to the Hello Foundation, and it's written by Nelson Mandela. And it says, what counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. And I think that is your motto, because it's phenomenal to see corporates go out there and create that social responsibility with a major purpose. So I think that's what it's all about. But what makes you think that is the most important thing that people need to know about the Hello Foundation?
We are here to empower, enable, and serve where we find need, and see what innovative ideas and abilities we can give the people, right? And this comes from all over, right? And we would like to see how further we can take this, right? And a plea to everybody out there is to be able to help us achieve this goal. Come in, join us, right? And see the real South Africa, and let us see how we can turn South Africa around together as helping hands to be able to turn this into a much better, greater country. Let's take this from a third world to a first world country. I believe in South Africa. I believe in South Africa, and so are all the people that are around us in the foundation, with the people that's working behind the scenes, right? We all have this belief, and we love where we are, and we want to just change where we can for the better of South Africa.
Thank you so much, and we want to once again thank you for embarking on this journey with us, and look forward to doing this with you next week with Sindiswa. Thank you so much, and I'm hoping that we could collaborate in the future as well, and wishing you nothing but the best as far as the Hello Group and Hello Foundation is concerned. From myself and the team, I think we lost for words. We just want to say we want to extend our gratitude in many directions.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nafisa. That's very heartwarming. I really appreciate that a lot.
You do take care and stay safe. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Aslam Chicktay from the Hello Foundation, talking about changing people's lives in the Tembe-Santakani area, and that's what it's all about. Stay with us. We'll be back with you in a minute.